One of the most challenging parts of managing Google Ads is actually just understanding if they're working for your business and they're actually successful. And the most common mistake people are making is that they're actually using the wrong metrics to measure success. So a lot of Google Ads agencies will tell you that things are going well because click-through rates are high, clicks are right, impressions are high, even that you're getting a lot of conversions. But if you're a B2B SaaS startup, you need to look at metrics differently to gauge success. And here's how you do it. Overall, in the long term with Google Ads, you really want to see a positive ROI, right? You generate leads that turn into sales leads, that turn into customers, and ultimately the amount of that revenue is greater than the cost. I don't need to lecture on that. Everyone knows that. One of the challenges with Google Ads and for B2B SaaS companies is a lot of times the sales cycles are pretty long. They can be anywhere from 3 to 6 to 9 months. It's hard in the short term to gauge, are you being successful? In the long term, you do want to look at the ROI and are things turning into customers. But in the short term, what you actually really want to look at is how many qualified sales opportunities you're getting on a monthly basis. Qualified sales opportunities means a few things. One is they were a qualified lead, meaning they fit your ideal customer profile. They scheduled a demo with your sales team. And then 3, they ended up talking to your sales team. They end up being a good fit and they seem like a viable opportunity to become a customer with your business. That is one of the key metrics you want to look at. It'll show a leading indicator to what should most likely become revenue. So let's say, for example, that on average, your sales team closes inbound leads at 20% or 25%. Well, if you're generating 10 qualified sales opportunities a month, what you can make the assumption of is, you're going to close 25% of that. And you can kind of start getting an understanding of what your revenue is going to look like and your ROI. I know that it doesn't always turn out that way. You still got to see the deals close, but this is a way to kind of start forecasting consistently what type of revenue you're going to get from the spend. So that's the first way I'd look at it. The second thing I would look at is your cost per opportunity. Obviously, generating opportunities is good, but you want to make sure that the spend is generating opportunities at an efficient rate. So what you want to look at is of the money you spend, how many opportunities did you generate? Divide the spend by the number of opportunities to get your cost per opportunity goal. What this is going to show is efficiency. So a certain amount of Google ad spend can only generate a certain amount of results. Let's say hypothetically, the average cost per opportunity on your keywords is $1,000 and you only have a $5,000 monthly budget. Truthfully, with that budget, you're probably only going to get 5 sales opportunities and maybe you can squeeze a little bit more out of it, but it's going to be hard. So another way to gauge effectiveness is how efficient you are and are you driving down this cost per opportunity. So let's say, for example, you have $10,000 monthly spend and right now your current cost per opportunity is at $2,000. Let's say we get that down to $1,500. Well, now we're seeing that we're being a lot more efficient with our spend. You can take similar math to how you calculate your close rate, and you can start to understand what it's going to cost to acquire a customer. So let's say, again, it's 20%. Let's say your cost per opportunity is $1,000. It basically means you're going to spend $5,000 to generate one customer. Again, you can kind of do the math and say, well, if my product costs $20,000 a year and it takes $5,000 to generate a customer, it's pretty good numbers, right? And obviously, based on what your company has forecasted in terms of what they're trying to reach in terms of the customer acquisition cost, you can kind of gauge if this is an effective strategy to scale up or down. While I typically don't value too much click-through rates, impressions, these are leading indicators to look at in case things are not going well. You do want to look at these metrics and look at benchmarks to make sure that these things look standard. And if you're seeing things lower than usual, these are probably opportunities to increase the clicks. They're all leading indicators to qualified conversions and qualified sales opportunities. At the end of the day, I wouldn't deem these as metrics of success, but they can be clues around what might be broken in your process and where you can see improvement to get better results in terms of cost per opportunity. So the first thing you need to figure out is how many qualified conversions are you getting? And you want to make sure you can find the right keywords that are consistently bringing those in. Then once you've got the right qualified keywords, step 2 is actually getting them to a sales demo, right? And that requires coordination with your sales and sales development team, making sure that they're getting notified immediately when someone requests a demo. They have an easy place to locate the lead and put them into a sequence. And they have a standardized sequence in place to consistently book demos with these prospects. Once they get to the demo, for the most part, it's out of your hands, right? Then it's in sales. But what you can control is making sure that the right people are coming through and that there's a system in place to actually get them to get to a demo. And if a certain amount are consistently getting to a demo, again, with a certain close rate, you should see consistent revenue. And that's what Google Ads is. So if you feel like you need help with that, you know what to do. Click the link below and let's chat.